GPT is amazing. So it just happens that on one of our properties, my 10-year-old son wants me to put up a zip line, but the best tree for the zip line to come from is just across the property line in the neighbor's yard. So I texted the property owner that is next to where this specific location is for this property and said, "Hey, is there any chance I can run a zip line from your tree into my property, because literally the tree is like 2 feet onto his property line?" He said, "Sure, happy to. Just I don't want the legal liability associated with anybody who injures themselves on a zip line that originates from his tree." And so, anyway, I thought I need a really simple, like the world's most simple legal agreement, indemnifying him of any liability for any of this. And so I thought, I'm going to have ChatGPT make this legal agreement. But I just hadn't gotten around to doing it. So a number of days or weeks has gone by, and I'm just like, I got to do that. I got to do that. So, so my 10-year-old son gets in the car and is like, he's like, "Hey, can we put up a zip line?" And I'm like, "Well, we still have to get permission from the property owner that's next to that property." And I was like, it's going to take me like 5 minutes to get ChatGPT to write me up a contract, and I just haven't done it yet. And he was like, "Well, you got 5 minutes right now." And so I was like, "Well, actually, I do." So without any context whatsoever, I pasted my text message from me into ChatGPT, and I pasted the reply text message from my neighbor into ChatGPT, and I didn't even give it any context or any instructions. I just hit send. And it came back and it says, "It looks like you're trying to build a zip line with your neighbor. If you're wondering what your next text message should be, here it is. Otherwise, I can help you with information about determining property lines, or I can write you a simple indemnity legal agreement. Uh, would you like me to do that?" So I said yes. So, and literally, I thought it was going to take me 5 minutes. In less than 90 seconds, I now have a nice, beautifully worded indemnity agreement that spells everything out beautifully. It samples from both of our text messages so that it includes all the right context. And I have this nice, beautiful legal contract that outlines that I'm building a zip line and that he's not liable. And here's what could go wrong. And I take full responsibility. And then it threw in some bonus stuff just in case I wanted it. It said, "By the way, here's some stuff you could include," and it actually put them in the agreement as well, which I can delete if I don't want them, or I can ask it to take it out. And it's like, if he wants me to take it down, I have to take it down in so many days, and yada yada yada. It's beautiful. Like the legal agreement is as good or better than any of the best lawyers that I use for all of my legal stuff. It's as good or better than any of them would have drawn up if they would have drawn up a legal agreement. And ChatGPT did it. And again, the reason I hadn't done it is because I thought it was going to take me 5 minutes, because I thought I would have to clean up both of the text messages before I submitted them. I was like, I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to reread my text message with the other property owner and me. There's probably some other context that's not necessary in there. I'm just going to paste them in there and see what happens. ChatGPT sticks a beautiful legal document, beautifully formatted with my neighbor's name and my name, ready to sign, and it does exactly what I want. And it's amazing, amazing, amazing that technology exists that does that. And I did that while my Tesla's driving around. So not only did I think that legal document was going to take me 5 minutes from start to scratch, and it only took me 90 seconds, I did it on my phone while my 2026 Tesla Model Y is driving me around. So I'm not even touching anything, which is pretty amazing. And on top of that, Bitcoin is the coolest thing ever and preserves your property values, sorry, your monetary values better than anything else in the world. And right before I got this legal contract, I was just reading about how Iran is planning to knock 4 zeros off their currency. So the currency, and that's happened in the article from Financial Times was talking about that this has happened in quite a few different countries where the currency becomes so inflated that it's becoming completely unwieldy. Everybody's paying like 100,000 units for a cup of coffee, and it's just completely unwieldy. So they're like, "Hey, let's knock off like 4 zeros. So $100,000 turns into whatever that would be, 10. Anyway, whatever 4 zeros off that is. Anyway, they're doing that. Currencies are dropping 3 zeros, 4 zeros, 5 zeros to try to just get it to a manageable number. Now, we don't have that problem in the U.S. to the same degree, although $100 buys you today what $10 did a few decades ago. But we don't have hyperinflation yet, but we're headed that way because everything that can be inflated gets inflated. It is only ever a matter of time when something can be inflated until it is inflated. So technology is amazing. I love it. It's just incredible. If you haven't used ChatGPT, download the app, use it. It's free. Pay the $20 a month subscription because I use it for everything. I use it for image generation. I use it for legal contracts. I use it for uh, analyzing stuff. I upload like photographs and ask it to analyze it or change them up for me. Like anything I could possibly want, ChatGPT can do. I love technology. And Bitcoin is all the technologies between AI, self-driving cars, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the most transformational because it solved the hardest problem that humans ever had, which is digital scarcity, so that we can have a digital money that humans could not just, make into infinity, which is what always happens. Have a great day, everyone.